Is Bigfoot out here hiding from us? Or is he just visiting? We don't know. Let's head on back to the BA Life-Adelic studio. Check it out. Welcome to the BA Life-Adelic studio. How I got squatched. I was probably 10 or 12 years old, and I watched the In Search of show, In Search of Bigfoot, with Leonard Nimoy. Now, no one believes you when they tell you you've been squatched. They'll laugh at you. They ask if you mean that you were kidnapped, if it was a prank, if you got smacked around. No, it's none of that. When I say I got squatched, I mean I was converted by a large, hairy forest entity. And now I'm walking around the woods alone, hoping to hear a knock or some kind of noise. I'm following around Bigfoot search vehicles. I don't think they found him. So, that's how I got squatched. Watching some TV shows. Hey! Alright, let's take a look at the Bigfoot Maths. So, the population of the United States is about 342 million people. Now, according to the Bigfoot Research Organization, BFRO, in 2024, there was 5,734 sightings, Bigfoot sightings. That's in all 50 states. The most was in Washington State. They had 731, and Delaware and Rhode Island were tied for last with 5. So, based on those numbers, you have about a 0.0000167% chance to see Bigfoot. Now, not everyone in the country is in a place to see a Bigfoot. So if we say that at any time there may be 10 million folks in a place to see Bigfoot, and when I say a place to see Bigfoot, I'm talking about walking around in the woods, driving around on a country road in the woods, nobody around. Maybe if you have a homestead or off-grid place way out in the woods, where you have to ride a snowmobile or take a canoe to get to your house. That's what I'm talking about. So, if we say there's about 10 million of those folks around the country at any time, your chances to see a Bigfoot go up to about 0.000573%. Well, getting a little better there, huh? And then, even if you're in Washington and you're one of the maybe 50,000 folks in a place to see a Bigfoot, your chances are coming up to 0.0146%. So, if you want to see Bigfoot, you might want to move to Washington. So, and then we'll give you a little comparison here. So, in the country, in the United States, there are about 270 people a year struck by lightning. So, if we say there are 10 million folks in a place to be struck by lightning, out in the open, running around on the top of a tree, you've got a 0.00027% chance of being struck by lightning. So you've got a better chance to see, if you're one of those 10 million people, to see Bigfoot than you do to get struck by lightning. And if you're one of the 50,000 folks in Washington, your chances have gone up to be struck by lightning. You're at about 0.0054%. So you're still looking at a better chance to see Bigfoot than to get struck by lightning. So we got that going for us.
Oh my goodness, is that a real Sasquatch?
So let's take a look at what the argument is about that there is a Bigfoot or Sasquatch. So the best argument isn't that we saw something in the woods. It's a cumulative case built from physical evidence, credible witnesses, and historical consistency. Especially when they're focused on a piece of evidence rather than general myth and folklore. Now, the most compelling component to rely on for Bigfoot existence is the Patterson-Gimlin film. It was made in October 1967, and we all know it, Bluff Creek, California. And it's widely considered the strongest piece of evidence. And I think everybody's seen it. That's the piece of film that got me squatched. And there's a lot of controversy about it, obviously. But no one has genuinely debunked it to be a hoax. A lot of folks say that's just a guy walking around in a gorilla costume, but it's never been genuinely scientifically proven that that's the case. All right, we'll move on. Next, there's been tens of thousands of independent witness reports. Reports span centuries and continents. All of it goes back a few centuries with recorded instances of people seeing hairy entities, beasts in the woods, and all over the world, and like I say, all 50 states, even Rhode Island. And many of the witnesses describe similar traits independently. And you could say, hey, well, they all see the same YouTube videos and they all just talk the same points. But like I say, you go back centuries, you have the Native American traditions that describe similar beasts. Most tribes have those things. They have different names for it. Sasquatch, most famous. And this is before YouTube. So take that as you will. But I think that's pretty solid. Then next up, there's footprint evidence. Thousands of casts exist, and you see photos of the footprints in the dirt. And a lot of people say, and there's been cases where that's a hoax. But there's a lot of cases, probably most of the cases, where there's elements that if it were a hoax, it's going to require a remarkable amount of anatomical knowledge. And a lot of these footprints, a lot of these castings are before these details were even widely discussed or known by your average Bigfoot hunter. So, footprints, pretty good. Now, basically, when you get down to it, the strongest case for a Bigfoot is that convergence of physical film evidence, consistent footprint anatomy, cross-cultural historic accounts, and credible modern witnesses, none of which have definitely been debunked. So, it's not just that one single smoking gun, it's the cumulative anomaly argument. How do so many people claim to see it if it's not really there? Now, is he, like I say, is he just out there hiding from us, having a good laugh? Or is he visiting from another dimension? A lot of more the newer accounts talk about seeing the hairy entity entering a portal or coming through a portal. And a lot of times people see footprint trails and they just stop. No explanation, soft dirt. And it's not like the terrain changes where you wouldn't be able to see the prints. They just disappear. So, you got to take that into account. Which, you're never going to prove that one. So, all of that piling up, and the thin chance that you're going to see it, although it's better than being struck by lightning, that's not going to stop us. We're going to keep going out there, walking around in the woods, looking for Bigfoot. Because you know what they say. Squatching ain't easy, but it sure is fun. That's right. So, if you've been squatched, let me know how you were squatched in the comments. We'd enjoy to hear that. But that's all for this one. So thank you for watching, and we're going to catch you on the next one.